Welcome back to Psychonaut, where we dive deep into the hidden layers of the human mind. Have you ever loved someone so intensely that it felt like you needed them to breathe? Have you ever mistaken constant longing, craving, or anxiety for true love? If so, you're not alone. But here's a hard truth. Sometimes what we call love is emotional addiction. Today, we're going to unpack the psychology behind emotional dependency, how dopamine wires us for attachment, and where exactly the line is between healthy love and obsession. Let's start with the basics. Love is connection. It's a steady flame built on mutual respect, safety, and vulnerability. In healthy love, you feel secure. You can breathe. You grow as individuals, not just as a unit. But emotional addiction is different. It's a craving, a psychological dependency. It's when your well-being hinges on someone else's attention or presence. It's not, "I love you because I choose to." It's, "I can't be okay unless you're here." Here's the catch. Both can feel intense. Both involve deep emotions, attachment, longing. That's what makes it so confusing. But the core difference lies in how we relate to ourselves in the relationship. Why does love feel like a drug? Because, in a way, it is. When we fall in love, or when we become attached, our brains release a cocktail of chemicals. Dopamine, the reward chemical. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone. Serotonin, which affects mood and desire. In a healthy relationship, these chemicals create feelings of trust, closeness, and euphoria. But when the attachment becomes insecure or inconsistent, like when we're drawn to emotionally unavailable partners, the reward becomes unpredictable. This is where intermittent reinforcement kicks in. You don't know when you'll get their affection, so you crave it more. The brain begins to associate love with chasing reward rather than receiving it freely. Over time, this can morph into emotional addiction, not because the person is right for us, but because they trigger our brain's reward systems in ways that mimic substance dependence. Let's go deeper. Why are some people more prone to emotional addiction than others? Often, the roots lie in childhood. If you grew up in an environment where love was inconsistent, perhaps a parent was emotionally distant, hot and cold, or only gave love when you performed, your brain learned that love must be earned. As adults, this conditioning doesn't disappear. You may unconsciously seek partners who replicate those dynamics, not because it feels good, but because it feels familiar. You chase highs, you fear abandonment, you overthink every silence. This is emotional dependency. You're not just in love with a person, you're in love with the feeling of being wanted, needed, validated, and without it, you feel hollow. Here are some psychological red flags that your love may be more of a dependency. Constant anxiety about their feelings toward you. Loss of self-identity in the relationship. Feeling incomplete or empty when they're not around. Obsessively checking messages or social media for signs of affection. Tolerating poor treatment or emotional neglect just to stay connected. Believing that you won't survive if they leave. Notice the common thread? It's fear-based, control-based, scarcity-based. True love feels expansive. Emotional addiction feels like withdrawal. In movies and songs, love is often portrayed as chaotic, all-consuming, irrational. He completes me. I can't live without you. But in psychology, Intensity is not intimacy. We often confuse emotional chaos, the roller coaster of highs and lows, for passion. Why? Because it feels intense. Because the dopamine hits are stronger. Because the anxiety and drama give us something to cling to. But this trap keeps us in cycles of unhealthy love. We romanticize the pain. We mistake unpredictability for chemistry. And in doing so, we stay addicted not to the person, but to the emotional rush they trigger. Left unchecked, emotional addiction can lead to low self-worth, burnout, and emotional exhaustion, codependency, jealousy, obsession, and control issues, and sometimes losing yourself entirely. You stop asking, "Is this love good for me?" and instead ask, "How can I make them love me back?" It erodes your peace. It rewires your self-image to depend on their approval, and it convinces you that without them, you are nothing. But here's the good news. Emotional addiction is not a life sentence. It's a wound, and wounds can be healed. Here's where healing begins. Self-awareness. Notice your patterns without judgment. Recognize when you're chasing love as a fix rather than a connection. Inner child work. Heal the parts of you that didn't feel loved or seen growing up. Boundaries. Learn that it's okay to say no, to protect your peace, to choose yourself. Rebuild self-worth. Through solitude, therapy, creativity. Remind yourself that you are whole, with or without anyone else. Redefine love. Love is not urgency. It's not fear. It's not scarcity. It's safety, consistency, freedom. You don't need to earn healthy love. You deserve it, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. So the next time you find yourself asking, "Why do I feel so addicted to them?" ask instead, "What wound are they filling? And what would it mean to fill it myself?" Remember, love should free you, not bind you. It should amplify who you are, not erase you. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into the human mind. At Psychonaut, we don't just explore psychology, we explore you. See you in the next episode.